All right, what's going on, everyone? You know it is I. I'm the SGW guy. We got the marshal down below. We got the crewman. We got the G-man. We're all here. Another week has come. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Outside the Box Live.
And gone.
Great having you, all of you here. Blessing to have all you guys here.
Yep, good to see you guys. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. How was your
Good
week?
to be. Oh, busy,
Good to be
you
seen.
know.
Happy therapy.
Yes. Yeah, busy week for sure. We had the big inauguration on Monday. We were just talking about some of that coverage. That
And
was
if
pretty.
anybody wants to
cool.
talk about the
Yeah, in our green room.
Yes. Behind the sings.
If anybody wants to talk about the inauguration, feel free to bring it up. That's okay. Just all I ask is if you're gonna bring up the inauguration or anything politics, just please keep it respectful. That's all I'm gonna ask. None of this shaming, no person, that person.
Darn it.
Keep it respectful.
Right.
And
You can't change what happened.
Right.
Whether you like them or not.
I say, just,
Yep.
if you like someone or don't, just keep it respectful. That's all I'm asking people that are in the chat. And well, I do have
Technically,
some sad.
you could change it. I'm sorry, Jay.
Well, yeah, you kind of can, I guess. But I do have some bad
You
news.
could. It just wouldn't be very legal.
Right. I do have some sad news. Yesterday, my home cooking mascot, Mr. Jingles, GF's dog Riley, he passed away yesterday. So, yeah, he passed away.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why if you see in the background, I'm dedicating tonight's show to Mr. Jingles.
I'm so sorry, man. Please tell the GF we're so sorry for the loss.
Yeah, it's
Man.
yesterday. GF said he came down in the morning to go outside, like always, come down the stairs, ran outside, but when he was outside, he just fell over. So they brought him in, and he was basically having a seizure or something, and he was having seizures all day. And she called me last night about I was still at work, maybe 3:30. Hi, Susan. Thank you. She called me and said that he passed away. So the realm is a little bit sad. Is a little bit saddened today with the loss of Mr. Jingles.
How old was he, Jay?
Around 10, I believe.
Yeah.
And so that's the GF's taking it pretty hard. She's had him since he was like 8 weeks old. So yeah. So yeah, that's something that happened. We weren't expecting that yesterday.
Yeah. His actual name was Riley, right? Was it Riley?
Right. It was Riley.
Riley, Mr. Jingles. Oh man, we dedicate this one to you, Mr. Jingles. What a cutie. I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
It's GF will appreciate that. It's his harness because of a Shih Tzu Sheepoo. The way their necks are, they can't you're not supposed to put a collar because it could damage their necks and the trachea. So she had a harness on him. So with all his tags, like his dog tag, everything, like when he'd run through my keys, I hear his jingle, 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 jingle. So that's where I called him Mr. Jingles. And he died at home, but he was having seizures and like his back legs were shaking or something. GF was telling me, but GF was holding him when he passed away. So she was glad he was home with them in his little bed where he wanted to be. So yeah, so that's what happened there yesterday. Today I made it back to Yummy Bowl. Went to Yummy Bowl. It was by myself this time, so last time I was there was a couple of years ago. My buddy was with me who I haven't seen in a while, so we were kind of BSing, catching up. So I really didn't do a video, like kind of a quick little shop up. Today I went back and actually got a video done. So that was it's funny because I have videos. I uploaded all my videos to YouTube and what I could to Facebook. My last video I uploaded was April 14th. So I'm good till through mid-April there. So Matt, you got a lot of videos coming up, buddy. It's
We'll appreciate that. So will we.
It's
So how was it, man? Was like was it still kind of the same? Like, you go up, you kind of pick your ingredients and they cook it in front of you. Did you sit there? Did you take it home, or
I ate it all there.
Experience? Yeah.
I ate it all there.
Probably better.
Yeah. I ate it all there.
Probably better that way. It's probably hotter and fresher that way.
I can never finish it there. I always end up bringing home more than half.
Yeah, I bet.
We are streaming on Instagram. So hello, all you Instagram followers. I just forgot to click go live on Instagram. So we're live now on Instagram. Live on the YouTube channels. We are live on our Facebook pages. Want to give a shout out to, let's see, where is she watching us or where is she checking us out on? On my profile, I want to give a shout out to Kathy Ann, who actually did her wedding a couple of years back. Thank you for everyone who's hanging out with us tonight. I see it's a good run at 13. Appreciate it. So, Mike, is it? Oh, he stepped away for a minute. Oh, Lucia, how you doing, Lucia? Thank you for hanging out. So, Mike, do you got any new videos to share with us today?
If you want to watch a cat fight, it's only a few seconds.
Oh, we'll check the channel out and see where it's going.
No, I didn't post it there. I mean, it's like literally like 8 seconds. It's not. And I mean, it's cats fighting. It's not. It's not two women. It's two actual cats, alley cats, having a disagreement.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking like, cat fight, women fight. So I haven't been slacking.
No, it's literal. What hasn't been slacking?
Oh, Matt puts like, I need all the videos. You've been slacking lately. No, I haven't. Oh, thank you, Pete. Yeah, it was a shock. So with whoever hasn't been to Yummy Bowl yet,
I haven't.
The way it's set up is you go in, you get your table. They hand you a little slip of paper, and you put your table number on it, and you pick your choice of rice, whether it's white rice, pork fried, or brown. I did brown today. And if you want to order, like if you want an appetizer, I got their miso soup, which was pretty good. So you go up to the tray line. If you do they have a full menu, but if you do like the quote unquote bowl, you go up to the head of the line and you just start like whatever you want in this bowl, whatever you put in this bowl, they're going to cook it for you. So I start off with, I got brown rice. I got the lo mein noodles, went through, got the beef, lamb, onions, broccoli, eggs, the little pieces of corn that they cut up, the little pieces of corn. And I added at the end, the Mongolian sweet sauce. It was Mongolian sweet sauce. It was a sweet sauce. And within 5-10, they brought it out to your table in a bigger bowl, a more wider bowl with the rice.
More yummy bowl. And even more yummy bowl.
Yeah, and it was. I was there I sat there for a good hour eating that. It took me about an hour to eat that. It was filling.
Nice.
It was very filling.
Nice.
Now,
Jay, is it like one flat fee, or do they take this bowl and weigh it? Like, like
Oh,
what? Like, what's the cost?
it's a flat fee.
Okay.
With it was like I think like 15 and change. I got the soup, which was $2, and I got my drink. So everything came like $20, $21.
Yeah.
Now you can upcharge that and do like an all-you-can-eat back and forth buffet deal. Excuse me. But I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to eat another helping of this big bowl thing. No way.
Yeah, that's something I don't know how anybody can do it. The all you can eat.
Yeah, so I was good with just the normal. Now, guys, if you want to support my chili dog cause, click that button up there in the left. Hit the QR code. Appreciate it. I want to thank everyone who's hitting us from the sites, from the channels. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. You know, we couldn't do this without you guys each week. Let's see.
Well, we could, but it wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah, it would too. Yeah, that's true. I just want to make sure we are, or I am actually connected to.
Say hi. Say hi.
Yep, to all of the Simple Ceremonies of Northeast PA followers on the page of that page. Thank you, hanging out. The SGW Media Entertainment page, the channels, Mike's profile, his channel. We appreciate each and every one of you guys each and every Saturday night. I didn't hear from Jance today. Usually Jance texts me, but I didn't hear him today. Hear from him today. So Jance, if you're watching, I hope you and Belts Gammer are doing pretty good. Hello to the Instagram. But yeah.
My wife and I tried a new place today. Not a new place, but new for us. Gina, you might know, it's down the road from the plaza there in Plains. Troy Street Coffee by the car wash.
I heard about it, but I haven't been there. I don't pass it.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a little further down, right? Yeah, I think years ago it used to be maybe like a Curry Donuts or a Donut Connection, and for the past couple of years it's been this newer place, and it's pet friendly. So we brought our dog with us this morning, and
is it?
had some. What's it?
Is it? You take your pet with you? Take your dog with you?
Yes. Yep. Steph found that it's like a pet friendly, coffee place, and they make these homemade donuts. They were like totally sold out when we got there. I think we got there about 11 o'clock. Yeah, I see Pete's been there. Pete likes Troy Street. Yeah, really, really good. It was crowded when we got there.
11 o'clock is when I started work today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were there probably about 11.
Marcus is in the house, buddy. What's going on? How's it going?
What's up, Marcus?
It's I try, but I don't. It's like I don't like coffee. I
know.
Can't, like.
But dude,
I feel sorry for
I don't.
Yeah. We got to bring Jay over to the coffee side, but you got to go to this place for like the breakfast sandwiches, the donuts.
They had other stuff too.
With the coffee. Yeah, don't worry about the coffee. Like you'll find something that you'll enjoy there, even if you don't get coffee. Like, don't worry about that. It's
might have to hit that tomorrow.
Yeah, dude, the donut selection. Whoa. Incredible.
What's it near?
It's right across the street from the Scratch Kitchen on River Road or River Street in Plains. You know how there's like that plaza, there's like a car wash and stuff. It's like right by the car wash.
Oh, is that where like the old Dunkin' Donuts was?
Yeah, dude. Like right around there. There was a donut shop there years ago. Yeah.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
I had that song stuck on.
What song?
Car wash.
At the car wash.
Car wash, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You know it better than I do.
I have to get back to the Scratch Kitchen this year. It's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah, that's a good place too. Good food.
Everything there makes me itchy.
The itchy kitchen,
Some
the
hard
scratch
ass.
kitchen.
It's
Bring your
Yeah.
hydrocortisone.
so last night I went over to the GFs to make sure, see how she was doing.
Yeah, of course.
Well, her street, it's like you can only park on one side, and there's never any parking. So her sister went to work, so I went to pull in the driveway. Well, I slid down into the driveway. I'm getting back out. I have to take her into the shop to see what I caught something trying to get out, and son of a bitch. So I'm driving down the road till I hear that thump thump. I'm like, ugh. Tammy's Kitchen. Okay. Oh, I was hoping I did not forget this, and I didn't. Last Sunday, I went to Tammy's, and I was there like about noonish. I got a cup of their chili, which was really good. I got their burger, and I got their fresh cut fries. There was someone either watched the show or watched the videos. I don't, but the lady comes over, and she goes, just want to let you know that your bill's been paid. I'm like, but by who? She goes, all the person said was he was a fan and he got your meal. I'm like, where's it? She goes, well, he wanted me to, they said they, so I don't know if it was a guy or girl, said they wanted me to tell you after they left.
Wow.
I'm like, call this person if they come back. And I said, thank you. So if you are the one that hooked me up at Tammy's last Sunday, and you're watching the show tonight, thank you. That was really appreciated. And yeah, I was like what I like. Oh,
What's up? That's what's up, man. That's awesome.
yeah, it is. And you said it was.
Oh, there you go.
He wouldn't just come over and say something. I would have
That's
liked.
awesome, dude.
I wish you would have came over and said something. But thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I wish you would have come over and said, "Hey." I would have said, "Hey, come on, we would have done a quick, Tammy's review there." Hi, Susan. Oh, I know. Hope Bob's doing good. Hope you're feeling better. Too shy. Okay, I got you. Well, that was very nice of you. Thank you. And but if you have not gone to Tammy's Kitchen, you got to go and check it out. Okay. They're homemade, they're fresh. Whether you get the home fried potatoes for the morning or if you get their fries cut, either way, you're getting a good deal. Oh, it's my honor there, Pete. Thank you.
I got to get there. I gotta get down to Tammy's, man.
You and Steph
on
got
the
it.
list. Yeah,
Gene,
we're
you
gonna.
like that go too. You gotta check this place out. Exactly.
Yep.
It's funny because even like the waitresses are like, "Hey Jay, what are you getting today?" So yeah, it's cool. So I tried to look, and there's still snow. So I'm trying to look underneath my car. I see something hanging like a little bit, but I don't know. I'm like thinking, snag. It is what it is. But so anyway,
I think it's supposed to warm up a little bit this week. Not as cold. I think we're coming back to the mid-30s this week.
oh yeah, Pete, the one cook, her name's Valerie. I did her wedding a few years back. She's the one that does most of like making the potatoes and she's like the main cook person. Yeah, she kicks ass. All their food's great.
Nice.
So far from there, I had their burgers, I had their breakfast, I had their cheesesteaks. Their cheesesteak is good too. Yeah, I'm always sleeping.
Jay, we picked up pizza tonight from one of our favorite Wilkes-Barre pizza spots, Ricky's on Park Ave.
Stay over it.
And I was at Jerry's last week with my family, so now I just have to hit Angelo's and then I could complete the trifecta. But that was cool. We were
years ago.
Well,
not years ago.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right before the end of the year, my niece's husband was from that area, and he always bragged about Angelo's Pizza. So they went down and got a few trays, or a few pies, however you call it. Yeah, well, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Now they say they don't have wings or anything. It's just strictly pizza.
Yeah, just pizza. Yeah. Yep.
What's up, Fly Guy? Yeah, I was trying to get myself out of. I slid in my girlfriend's
do one thing, do it well.
I slid into my girlfriend's driveway and I tried to get spin out and I caught something underneath. It could have been.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah, I know. It could have been a lot worse. So I tried to look underneath today through the snow and crap, and so it doesn't look like something's like I knocked or something's hanging. So hopefully it's just that. I've never had. Well, I've had. That was the first time I had it. It was takeout. So by the time it got back from Angelo's West to Wyoming, it was starting to get cold. But I've had Angelo's Pizza in the Midway. Different. I think it's same family, but different owners or different family members. And it was okay. It was nothing. I mean, it was all right. But I hear Angelo's from Park Ave or down near south of Wilkes-Barre or wherever it's at. They say it's really, really good if you eat it there.
All right.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a pretty heated debate in the area. You have, and I mean, there's, I don't know, hundreds, maybe thousands of pizzerias in this area, but Wilkes-Barre, you're talking like Wilkes-Barre Pizza. You got Angelo's, Jerry's, Ricky's. Then you have Grotto, Dough Company. You have all these other places that are all, each good in their own way. Then you have all the pan-fried Sicilian places. Then we go up to Old Forge, and you have that whole type of pizza up in Old Forge, up in Lackawanna County. But it's all good, man. It's hard to pick a favorite, but I don't know. We're kind of.
I went to Dino's yesterday.
Dino's is great in the mall. Dino's in the mall.
I was
can't beat Dino's.
Dino's wasn't bad.
Oh, you can't.
Now, when it was in the food court, it was shitty. It tasted like cardboard with sauce.
Yeah. Well, they were the same family, but like different parts of the family.
Yeah. Now, Marcus threw up a question. Do you guys have a favorite food besides pizza or hot dogs? Those are automatic. Oh, they are. Croatia, what's going on? I gotta say, other than hot dogs or pizza, I love a good medium rare steak. I haven't been to Dough Company in years myself. I got to get back there. I love
medium rare, but more on the rare side.
Exactly. As rare as I'll tell them it's medium rare or as rare as they could legally go. I know restaurants you can only go so far. Where the GF, she's like more like well done. I'm like, oh no.
That's like Mike.
It has to be still mooing, pink as hell. Now, like comfort food, I'd have to say I like a good cheesesteak, a hoagie, which
I like all kinds of
You
food.
guys have different style pizza for your. Yeah, we do. Ribeye medium rare always rocks.
It's quite the
Oh, this is
melting pot
I'm
of pizzas.
having discomfort food right
Uh-oh.
now.
What's up, John? How you today?
Nah, they're a little salty.
Fly Guy, here's the thing. Like, if it's a hot dog chili, I don't like beans in it. But if it's like a regular, like, it's a freezing cold day and there's a big pot of chili, throw it. I didn't mind beans in my hot dog chili, but I don't put them in.
Oh.
But
Croatian meatloaf. I make mine with mushrooms in it.
I would. Oh my God, I would love.
Nice.
Oh, Gina, that air fryer is still here. Whenever I can get it to you, it's still here.
Right.
For you.
Yeah, I'm only working 2 days this week again.
It's funny because Steph brought up a good. Steph just in the chat brought up a good point. You have even just in pizza alone, you have the Miros, you have Tony's, you have up on near the bypass, you have Bari, you have Uncle. Then like Pizza Hut tries to come in.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I hope they're doing good, but like to me, like Pizza Hut,
they're okay.
Yeah, they're compete. But when you're looking on a Friday, when you want a pizza, you want like from like a Homes. For me, like I want to go to like a mom and pop pizzeria that's been there for 30 years making the pizza.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I got to try Magda's. I see John mentioned.
Magda's chili, really good.
Gina always talks about Magda's, and I got to get there.
Yeah, I just drove by the new location. I know they've been open there for a couple months now. Very close to my house, man. I got to get there. I never made it there when they had their old location, and I've lived in Plains for over 10 years. Never got there. Then they had the fire. Now they reopened. Maybe next weekend.
Where are they?
Put that on the list.
Yeah, the old place. The old place I used to actually live within walking distance. It was only like a couple of doors down from me.
Where are they at now? Where's their new location?
Scott Street.
So you know where? Yeah. Yep. So Scott Street. Jay, you know where?
Scott Street and Parsons.
Yes. Down the road from the Anthracite. You know the Anthracite
down the road from Denny's.
Wasn't it across from what street where that was at? Was it on George Ave at one point?
Gardner
was that the old
Ave.
location?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, you guys keep talking about it and I'm just not in that area to check it. Tiberios,
interestingly enough, on Gardner Ave, a lot of houses on Gardner Ave burned up like over the years. I used to live down that way. Magda's was just one place that went up in flames. There was the house next to my ex-mother-in-law lives on Gardner Ave, and place next door to hers, the guy actually lit his own house on fire. It was the kind of situation where his wife left him and she filed for divorce. And he had done he had done like he was a carpenter, contractor, whatever, and he had done a whole ton of work on the place. And he's like, she's not getting it. And he dumped gasoline all over it and lit it up. Which of course he got arrested for because you just can't go around doing that.
Oh, Old Time Charlie's has good pizza too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I love their pizza. It's the bomb.
Rena's. I never ran it. I'm not remember that.
Good one, Marcus.
The ghost of Mike. But there was a place in Nanticoke. I think it's still there called Mama's Pizza. Mama's Pizza, I think it's called. I was there years ago. I think they're still there. They're on a side street in Nanticoke. They were good too.
Yeah, I am mixing up some really salty balls here.
I'm not commenting. I'm trying to behave.
I just had
Yeah, hopefully once they hit the sauce, some of that'll dissipate.
I just had a South Park moment.
Well, they're not vinegary.
So, what is up, Vengers in the house? Hey, buddy, what's going on?
What's up, everybody?
So, Venger, what's new?
Yeah, you're right. Let's get out of
What's
here.
new in Texas?
Well, the border's closed. That's new.
I heard that the border's closed, and I heard they're actually doing sweeps through different areas.
So go home. We're closed.
But I don't know if anything happened in Hazleton or not, but it was mentioned at one point. Yes, Jance. Jance, you cannot let that go, can you? You can't let that go.
I've never been to Vino's.
All right, go ahead.
I don't know what it is.
No,
it's definitely good. I've had Vinos many times. I mean, their hoagies are massive. I don't know if it's my favorite hoagie locally, but it's good. I do like it there.
And I'm willing to try one of their cheesesteaks or chili dogs, but
yeah, go for it.
I went to Vinos a couple years back, and yes, Jance, I'm telling the story. And everybody said, "Oh, you got to go to Vinos. You got to go to Vinos." Well, the I don't know if they changed it, but at one point they weren't open on Saturday. Only sub shop I know that was not open on a Saturday. Well, I worked during the week, so I couldn't get there. So I was on vacation, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go over and try it. And I got a hoagie, but it seemed like more bread, more lettuce, more than like meat. I didn't like it. So Jancy here busts my can every time about Vinos. But yeah, I just maybe the guy fell asleep behind the counter or missed something, or maybe he was new. No, Dagwood's kicked ass. I love Dagwood. So do I. I miss Dagwood. But I just did not like. See, when I get a hoagie, I like a thick packed hoagie. Like there's Don's Deli over in Hanover on the Suey. Okay. I get a good hoagie.
What's your go-to place in Plymouth? I'm drawing a blank. The place you go to with the older gentleman in Plymouth.
Red subs on Main Street.
Reds.
Now, up from far from Reds is Donnie's Hoagies, which is good too. When I was last time at Reds, though, he still only charges $5 for a foot long. Only $5.
Yeah.
I don't know if he raised his prices since, but this is about maybe midway through last year. I was over there, and it was only still $5.
I used to go to, it was a while ago, so I don't know if they still do it, Red Rock Corner Store. They had hoagies.
Up on 118.
Yeah. Their hoagies were this long, filled this much with meat. Yeah. It's it was $5.
Susan, I can't go to the Screwy Moose. I get in trouble at the Screwy Moose. I can't go there anymore.
Where is that? I'm trying to picture where the Screwy Moose is. I know I've driven past it.
It's the old lower end pizza over in. It's on the border of Plymouth and Larksville, or Plymouth and Edwardsville.
Okay.
No, Larksville.
Okay.
It's on the back road, but I got to get down there though one of these days and see the owner and just bullshit with the owner. He's a nice guy who bought it over. What's no longer $5? Red. Here's the thing, Croatia. said, I would love to. I'll give vinyls a second shot, another chance. But maybe I'll get like I said, maybe their cheesesteak or their chili dog. But from what I understand, they're still not open on Saturdays. That's the only time I can go is on a Saturday because I work during the week. Now, if one of you wonderful people out in Chatland want to bring me one day, I'll review it for lunch.
Gee, and all I ever ask for is coffee when I'm at work.
Yeah. Did anyone ever bring you that coffee, Gene? I was thinking about it before Christmas.
Nobody brought me coffee, but for my birthday, my niece and one of my friends both brought me cheesecake with blueberries on them. And my niece also brought me a blueberry pie.
Nice.
Jay, I wonder if Vinos is on like DoorDash or Uber Eats or something. You know, maybe you could just get it delivered. I'm going to check for you.
Okay.
And that way we can get some chili dogs or cheesesteaks delivered right to your door, my friend.
Croatia mentioned Dagwood. I am so upset that they closed.
Yeah.
Dagwood's, you can get like literally a foot-long chili dog. Dagwood used to use it was the Burke's all beef, and they were like the thick ones, the big fatties. And there would literally be like four or five you can stick on his bun, slide it with chili, onions, mustard. Oh my god! And
that's a good idea, Avenger.
Yeah, that's. I did the cheesesteak. I did the hot dog. I got to think of something for this. For this year, I got to think of something. That's a good idea. That's not a bad idea, Avenger. I like that. There's this one place I want to give a second chance. It's out on the Dallas Highway. It was where JJ used to be before they moved. I forget the name. It was me and I used to have a friend named Cinnamon who used to go and do with way back. We went there on Sunday morning.
I know you love mommy.
Whoever made this, like they put so much salt on this, like on their potatoes, on it, like I could not eat it. So when the owner came out, I'm like, or the manager, I'm like, they're overput salt on us. No, we don't use salt. Okay, then there's something that tastes like salt that you guys overput on it, and I cannot eat this. You know, but no, I'll go back. We were gonna go back and Cinnamon moved out of the area, and we just never got back there. What's up, Joe?
This is Momo.
Momo.
Hello, Momo.
Say hi, Momo. Momo, say hi.
Hello, Momo.
Say hi.
The screwy, again, really quick on the screwy moose. I know. They had these things called moose balls, and they were just basically like fried round dough, but you can dip it in different. They had like chocolate, caramel, and I used to get it in the chocolate, of course, kind of like chocolate. These things were amazing. Yeah, they have good. They still have the good pizza. Screwy Moose had and I believe they still use it. They have a back deck. It's not really big, but they have an outdoor back deck. So in the summertime, you can hang out on the deck underneath the umbrellas and stuff. Oh yeah. Hi KJ, how you doing? Thanks for joining tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Jay, you know what might be a cool idea? Like I'm just thinking. So I know you order from Villa Pizzeria, and maybe sometimes you'll get those specialty pies they make, like the cheesesteak pizza, the meat lovers, whatever. And I know a place like Flaherty's in Edwardsville, they have that Big Mac pizza.
Had that
with the Mac, with the beef and the Mac sauce, the onions. Maybe like you could do a little compilation of, specialty pizzas in the area. The Big Mac pizza, all different kind of pizzas.
I haven't been to Flaherty's in. Okay, my launcher got hit about 2 years ago. Now it's been about almost 2 years. It's almost been a good 2 years since I've been to Flaherty's. There was this bartender. Oh, fell down. There was this bartender at Flaherty's. His name was Jerry. He's I don't believe he's there anymore. He left. This guy made the best Jolly Ranchers. The GF did like go through like we go through a couple. Well, they're not like the little pictures. We go through like 3 or 4 of them. They were like that good. And
They said you're pretty.
Flaherty's always had good food too, even after the new owner took over. Food was always good.
Good food.
Marcus wants to know if you're making moose balls.
No.
No. Mike, could I cash in a lottery
No,
ticket?
just
No.
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 Guys, I see 21 of you are hanging out with us tonight. Thank you very much.
They said you're the star.
Appreciate it. It's
She's definitely being an attention hog today.
well, she knows this is the most. Wait,
I mean, I have 3 others laying right here by me, and she's the only one that wants all the attention.
that's also a good idea, Avenger, in the summertime. Joey, moose balls. There's a place called the Screwy Moose down in Plymouth, or it's on the border of Plymouth and Edwardsville or Larksville, and it's powdered dough that they put powder on, and you can dip it in chocolate or whatever they offer now, if they still have it. But they were called Screwy Moose balls, and they were good too. Plus, the Screwy Moose always had good wings.
Hello, Olin. Olin, want to say hi to Daddy? Look, there's Daddy. That's Olin back there.
Oh, he's a kitty.
What's up, buddy? Olin.
Olin, there's Daddy.
Oh, I meant to say al fresco. Typo.
Oh.
Dining outdoors. Yeah, once the weather breaks, we can get Jay on some of those patios, doing some outdoor dining, the River Grill. I'm thinking of some of the outdoor places locally.
I'll have to sit down and kind of wrap my head around who they have.
I don't know the name of the place, but there's one on Washington Street. I know they have a back patio.
Marcus, I actually did maybe.
I think it's like Buenos Aires.
three ones I did in my
Sarah.
car because they were quick.
You just sit outside of a
I
restaurant
could
and
do that
eat.
too.
Sit right on the sidewalk.
Like just sit on the pavement.
That'd be interesting. I could set up the tripod. And just yeah. Fly Guy, to answer your question, I don't know. I mean, he's always welcome to come back, but I don't know. He's off doing his own thing now, and that's awesome, River Grill. Okay, yeah, you just said.
There's Tequilas on Oak Street in Pittston.
Oh yeah.
Not familiar with that.
It's
What's it like? Tex-Mex kind of place.
Yeah, I haven't been there, but I saw it looks like they have a lot of good stuff on it.
Pete, you bring up Murphy's. Oh, and in Bear Creek. There's a Murphy's pub in, I believe it's still Luzerne. Luzerne 44. I forget.
Sawyersville.
Sawyersville.
Yeah.
When I was at Sriracha's a couple weeks back, who walks in but the owner, Murphy, the guy who owns Murphy's Bar. He's like, hey, still watch your shows. Hey, awesome. I got to come back because I'm like, every time I come past your place, you're not open yet because he opens like at 4. And really, the only time I pass is when I go the back way from Posh Puppies back to my house. I go the back road, and I'll go past Murphy's Pub. But at that point in time, he's never open. What's up, Jay? How you doing, buddy? But yeah, I got to get back to Murphy's, check them out, and do like a bar video like type deal.
Yeah.
Did you ever find yourself in Tunkhannock? You ever get up that way?
Only when I do weddings. I'm actually going to be up in Tunkhannock, up near Tunkhannock, this coming summer for a wedding.
There's a restaurant downtown. I mean, there's many restaurants, down on the main drag in Tunkhannock, whatever street that is, Tioga Ave, I think. But my favorite restaurant there is this place, Twigs. It's been there forever.
Oh, someone
called,
told me about that. Where did I hear about that?
I got to get you there, man. They have outdoor dining, but that's beside the point. The food and indoor dining is just as enjoyable. But yeah, you got to get up to Twigs if you're in Tunkhannock. Great food.
So Susan, Red actually bumped his prices up to $6, which still, even $6 for a Red sub is still good. I mean, you still can't beat it. So I'm surprised he actually broke down and raised his price $1. No kidding.
Probably broke his heart to do it, to go up $1, man.
Yeah, I know. Let me see here. I think if I went anywhere, went to Yummy Bowl today. Oh, last Sunday. And you and Steph might like if you get up early. They open at 8. Last Tuesday, Saturday, for some reason I just could not fall. I was up at 6 in the morning, could not fall asleep. So I went. It's called Amigon's Diner. I never knew it was even there. It's in South Main Street, across from the post office, the Wilkes-Barre post office. It's in that little. You can even call it a strip mall. It's right across. It's on South Main Street, right across from the post office. And I got their egg platter. You got 2 pieces of sausage, 2 eggs, piece of toast, and they gave you a boat-ass load of home fried potatoes. And you can either do it with the onions, peppers, or scallions. I went all 3. And I mean, you'll see the video up in the next coming week. But holy shit, it was you got your money's worth. Really nice. You walk in this nice lady. Hey, how you doing? How you doing there? What could I get you? And Amigon's also has a a bar restaurant on South Main Street somewhere, and they also have a bakery. So they have 3 different entities rolling on South Main Street, somewhere on South Main Street. Well, I was looking at their bakery stuff. I ended up walking out with a couple of chocolate eclairs, which I knew that pushed my sugar up. Oh, it was so good. Let's see, I am. Somebody is. Oh, it's Fred. Someone's messaging me on Facebook. Me. I said, "Oh, it's Fred."
It's just me.
I'll have to check. Yeah, I'll have to check that.
Yeah, man. I really think you'd enjoy it. It's just a cool place, cool atmosphere, really, really good food. Huge menu.
Once I figure out what I did wrong to my car, which I don't think I knock on wood, it's just something really I just might have maybe just caught something underneath. Because the brakes are good, nothing's. I don't see any other visible damage except something's hanging underneath. Could be a cover plate, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna road trip. I'm gonna start going out. Take a road trip out to Tunkhannock on a Saturday just to see what's out there.
My favorite breakfast item would be bacon.
What's everybody's favorite?
I could save you some time. Lots and lots of trees.
Probably.
trees everywhere.
Breakfast item. I gotta go for the home fried potatoes. They're my first, and it's either sausage or bacon with depending what I have a taste for.
Go ahead. Come on.
Marcus, mine would be a Western omelet. I love a good Western omelet. Yeah, with the peppers.
The
and
one I'm petting
onions.
right now is Mishka. She's our $1,000 kitty.
She's my one-eyed girl.
Yep, she had to have her eye removed at 5 weeks old.
It still gives me the whoobies. I don't know if I ever had Scrapple. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I've had
It's
Scrapple.
good.
I don't like
If
Scrapple.
it's prepared, I don't know, the right way, I'll just say it's good. It's really good.
Yuck.
My grandma used to make it.
It's right there with head cheese.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, nobody. I mean, it's actually head meat, but I guess the name is just really unpopular.
Yeah.
So they renamed it. It's like, you know what? We'd call it head meat, and nobody buys it. Why don't we just call it cheese?
Yeah.
Ooh, that
I
sounds
don't.
good.
That's like the logic. I
Right.
never understood the logic behind
Chili
that.
cheese omelet.
Oh yeah. Chili cheese omelet.
I would totally try it.
Bacon with hot sauce.
Yeah.
It's,
That's what I like. Bacon with Frank's Red Hot.
what I do sometimes, I use live Louisiana hot sauce, and let's see, someone just gave me a shout out. Someone I don't know if. I think it's on YouTube. Someone give me just shout out on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Speaking of breakfast, we have any Waffle House fans here? So in Pennsylvania, we have. I know there's one, maybe two Waffle House locations in our area.
I know possible, at least one, maybe. There was one in Dixon City because I know. Well, this was years ago because I went there. And the other one, if you go up to, get off at the Montage exit, and you make a left, it's somewhere. If you go like a block or two, there is a Waffle House down that area somewhere because I've been there.
Yeah, it's up on Davis Street.
It's like Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I went in there. I thought it was good. I didn't have no problems with it. It's when I got married in 2002, and now the ex-wife, we went down to Florida. We went down to Disney for the honeymoon, and I don't know if some of you guys may or may not remember this. Mike, I'm sure you remember this though. Back in 2002, there was on Interstate 95. There was sniper shootings. So every other day you hear, shut down 95, shut down 95.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that was down like Maryland or DC.
somewhere around Maryland and DC. But it was on 95. So at the time there was no, you didn't have your GPS cell phone. So me and my brother-in-law pulled out the old Big Atlas. Here's 95. 81 ran parallel to 95.
Yeah.
So we just went down 81. And we cut over down there in South Carolina. But you see, like up here, you see the Burger Kings. Down there, you see the Waffle Houses.
Well, I mean, 81 will take you like really close to Florida. I think there's like some kind of, there's some kind of interchange once you get down to like right around the Georgia border.
We cut over, I think it was South Carolina because we missed south of the border. So yeah, we cut over in South Carolina and we just went down 95. And what happened was we see all these Waffle Houses. We're like, let's stop and try it. And I tried the grits. Not a fan.
Yeah, that freeway spree killer. That was like a father and son team. If I remember
correctly.
The DC snipers.
Yep.
That was what, maybe a couple months after 9/11, when the country was, on edge anyway, with all the, terrorism, threats, all that uncertainty. And then you had the
Anthrax.
anthrax. You have the anthrax in the mail. Then you had the father-son sniper
The sniper was in
taking people out indiscriminately.
So I remember that.
I was actually in Jersey during the whole anthrax thing. I had to go to a funeral, and oh my God, they were like, people were telling me their mail was arriving like weeks late. It was irradiated because they were like irradiating all the mail.
Right.
So like their mail was like crispy and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I wonder if it's still there. There was actually a restaurant in Cherry Hill, New Jersey called Musso's. Best Italian food I ever had in my entire life.
Oh, God bless you.
Best veal parmesan ever. And they had these fried bread things with cheese. They took bread crusts and like put cheese, like stuffed cheese into it somehow, and then fried it.
Mm.
Like that was their version of mozzarella sticks. It was like a homemade concoction of theirs. It was amazing.
Nice.
You know what? Pete, I didn't know Tammy's had grits. I'll have to try from Tammy's. I never knew that. Oh, the Spartan kicks ass. Yeah, that's their Spartan is basically like their egg platter. Their version where you get.
I thought grits were a thing that once you got south of the Mason-Dixon line, then you start, finding places that serve grits. I didn't realize anywhere in Pennsylvania did.
Waffle House that I know of. Now here's my grit story. And I'm going back 80s. When my mom and my dad would go on vacation. So my dad was a Marine. He was down Paris Island, so he loved eating grits. So when we went on vacation, we stopped at a restaurant. We stopped at a diner restaurant where they had grits. So he's like, "You got to try the grits, Jay. You'll like this. You'll like the grits. You'll like it." And so I tried, and I'm like, "Yeah, no." So then in 2002, when me and the ex-wife went on our honeymoon, I'm like, "Well, it was so long ago, I'll get him and try him again." Dancy, yes, I remember that. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna stop at a Waffle House because Burger King we never had ate at a Waffle House. Well, I never did at that point. I got their order of grits, and like we walk in, and like on their grill, like the grits were like like this high off the grill, literally a mountain of grits on the grill. Still didn't like them. So years later, my older sister's husband, his family came up from North Carolina. She's like, "Oh, I'll send you." So we're talking. I'm like, I never had good grits that I could actually eat. She sent me a box like full of grits, like like to cook. I tried cooking them myself. No. So the grits still continue. The grit story still continues. I never.
My grandfather was in the military, and he used to talk about shit on a shingle. Anyone ever hear of shit on a shingle?
Yep.
Yeah, it's corned beef. That's like a beef thing.
Chipped beef.
Shit on SOS.
Yeah, SOS. Like on a biscuit or a toast or something. Yeah, just I guess he ate that a lot in the military. And sometimes I guess my grandma would make it. Bring back memories for him.
Where I tried Scrapple, and it actually wasn't bad. There was a place in Nanticoke, which I don't think it's open anymore. I think it closed that during the pandemic. It was called Lacey's Catering. It was on the main drag going into Nanticoke. And every Sunday morning, they had a buffet. It was small, but it was like, I think $7. It was like really cheap. And you get your eggs, your potatoes, Scrapple. They had bacon, sausage, hash browns. And then you could order something from the kitchen. and you get like your drink, juice, whatever. So like I go to leave. I'm like, okay, what I owe you? She's like $8. I'm like, I felt I was getting. I gave him like $10. I felt like they were jipping themselves, because like it's like damn. Yeah, that's the first time I had Scrapple, and it wasn't bad. I know you can buy it in the grocery store and make it yourself. Oh, you're okay.
Sorry.
I know you can buy it in the grocery store and make it yourself, but I'm like, no.
I just wanted to jump in. Chancey asked the question. Anyone remember Perugino's restaurant on South Main? I just wanted to throw it out there that Jason and I actually grew up, Jason more than me, grew up with the guy who cooked there. So if you liked Perugino's food, Hank Rush.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Hank Rush was he was the cook there for years and years, like when we were in our 20s. He was cooking there.
Now,
he was always trying to get me to come down, and I just never found the time.
Now, when I got married, you know how you always have we had the after the rehearsal dinner,
Yeah,
my mom threw it for us at Perugino's in Luzerne, and they were good too in Luzerne. It wasn't bad. It was pretty decent. Oh, no kidding, Jans. What's up, Mark?
I had my rehearsal dinner at Tony's in Mountaintop, which is no longer there, which is really disappointing because that was some of the best pizza you'd ever have in your life. Mountaintop. We used to always say up in Mountaintop when I lived there, everybody goes to King's for pizza. Everybody from the valley. It's like, oh, all the people from Wilkes-Barre come up to Mountaintop to eat at King's. People who live in Mountaintop eat at Tony's.
Did you say Tony's or Tony's?
Tony's.
Tony's.
He was on Main Road, North Main Road in Mountaintop.
What's going on, Mark? I haven't seen the other Mark. I haven't seen the other Mark lately. I wonder where he's at. He's been hiding. I don't know.
Oh, Choopy. Oh, my Choopy.
But yes, give a shout out to everybody in Pittsburgh. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah. All yins.
Yeah.
Who is JB? Joe, I have no idea who you're talking about. I don't know who JB is.
Jeff Beck.
James Bond.
One of his Oxblood Les Paul sold at Christie's auction for $1.3 million this week.
I never saw Jeff Beck play Les Paul, man. Like he always had that Strat. He was always with a Strat, but yeah.
Right after he left the Yardbirds and he went solo and he started doing one of his more famous albums, early albums, Wired.
Mm-hmm.
He had you got to remember the Oxblood. He had a 57 Les Paul, or it might have been a 56. It was carved out for humbuckers, and still had a wrap tail bridge, without the ABR one. And he had it repainted in Oxblood, which was like a really, it's like so red that it's almost black.
Yeah.
And that was on the cover of Wired, which, like I said, is one of his more famous albums. Probably why it sold so high. But that was his main guitar for many years before he went to a Stratocaster in like the 70s and 80s.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking at that now. Wow. Yeah. 54 Les Paul Oxblood. Yeah. Oh, cool.
I want to give a shout out.
Did you ever...
go ahead, Jay. Quick shout out on Instagram. JT, Zoe's World, nice guy. Please, blah. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us from Instagram. Appreciate it. Welcome. And Jance, that's awesome. Your dad met an evil. I don't know if you read. Jance said his dad Met Evil Knievel at Perugino's. Nice.
Oh wow.
That almost rhymes.
What's your mom's name who worked at Luzerne? Oh, Chuck, you lost me somewhere. Oh,
Fred, what were you gonna ask me?
Like I was wondering if you ever saw the video. It's only a couple second clip. Sometimes it comes up in like if I'm scrolling X or something, it'll come up. It's the Queen meeting Brian May, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page. Like there was some kind of event.
I may have.
Yeah, it was like
I believe I
did you
did.
ever see, I mean it's kind of awkward because you got four like legendary guitar players and here comes the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth.
Well, you said Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and Jimmy Page, correct?
Yeah, Jimmy Page and Brian May from Queen.
Oh, Brian
Yes.
May. I was going to say, okay.
Yeah.
Because if you had Jimmy Page there, then you'd have all the collected
Yardbirds.
guitar players from the Yardbirds.
Yep, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cool. I don't know if she was knighting them or if there was some kind of ceremony that was held, but they're just kind of standing around talking and they're like, nice to meet you, Eric.
I believe, yeah.
Eric Clapton.
I believe might have been Clapton getting his knighthood.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Clapton's knighted or not. It was one of them was getting knighted. Probably Clapton. If you're going to knight the Beatles, you got to,
Yeah. Agreed. Got to get
maybe they were
Clapton
getting
up there, too.
maybe they were getting MBEs or something.
Yeah.
Which I always found it
pretty
curious
cool.
and interesting. You remember way back, right around the time of the first Gulf War, Bush Sr., he traveled to England and was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II, which is a really, really interesting thing that the United States president was united by British royalty, by the British monarch, because one of the things that you have to do when you're accepting your knighthood is swear allegiance and fidelity to the Queen.
Yeah.
So how can the United States president swear allegiance to the
Right.
head of a foreign state?
Seems like a bit of a conflict of interest there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it happens all the time. Like Obama, during his presidency, served as the president of the United Nations, which is a huge conflict of interest.
Right.
I don't know. I just pay attention to stuff.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh yes, the gigantic mug is back. It's actually, I was going to say bigger than my head, but maybe about the same size. And I have a big head. I take like a size 8 in hats.
I was at the Hard Rock in Boston years and years and years ago. It was pretty cool. I also went to
Come on, Artemis.
I went to Cheers in Boston.
Oh, that had to be cool.
Did everybody know your name?
No,
That's false advertising then.
Yeah, I thought everyone knew your name. Walking in there.
I walk into Tammy's and everybody knows my name.
There you go.
Well, no, now remember in the beginning of Cheers, they would show like you have that their entrance was like downstairs. Again, now that's real. That's true. That was from Boston. But when you go into the bar itself, it's not like the show. But if you go into like the side room, they had Cheers like memorabilia and stuff like that. Xavier is king.
Xavier is under the impression that he is a 5 or 6 pound kitten. He does not understand how large he is. He doesn't understand, like, he's afraid of other cats.
He's afraid of a kitten.
Yeah.
And he meows
Yeah.
like a girl.
Yeah, he has what I call a girly meow.
Pete, damn, damn.
I completely forgot my brother was in Boston. I still never made it to Boston. Man, I'm so jealous. I forgot you were at that Cheers bar. He saw a game at Fenway Park too. Now that's cool.
You know what's cool in Boston? If you go to Boston, you got to check out the witch tours. That
Oh
is
yeah,
neat. That is neat.
Which tours?
Witch tours. Salem
like
witch
the
tours.
No nails.
What tours?
The witch trials. Oh yeah, son of a bitch. All right. Son of a bitch. Yeah, you got me. Pete, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
very cool. I remember my brother telling me that when he was in Boston, the McDonald's. Matt, weren't you saying that they had like lobster rolls on the menu at the McDonald's up there? Because I know Boston's, a pretty big like seafood town, being on the water and whatnot. Pretty sure I could be making that up, but I'm pretty sure you told me they had like lobster roll on the menu at McDonald's. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Interesting.
I remember when I went to Bar Harbor years ago. The place that we stayed at, they had her son went out every day to catch lobster, and they'd have like a bake every night that you could buy, and it was enough to feed me, my ex-husband, and our 2 kids with lobster, crab, and shrimp.
Mm,
That was
Love
so
it.
good.
I want to go to Price Chopper and I want to buy a not Price Chopper, Wegmans. They're fatter there. I want to buy a live lobster at Wegmans, and I want to name him Bob. So he's like, a Bobster, like Bob Lobster.
Steph, you make him do that.
Oh, she will. She will. She will wear me down until I start the car and say, "Come on, honey, we're going up to Boston. We're shipping up to Boston."
Yeah, I remember when McDonald's had the Mick hot dog. I remember that.
Oh, me too. They were good, dude.
Yeah,
They were good.
I think I got
Everyone,
before
So
my
they
days
had
of
a
food reviews, but I remember
everyone.
getting they had a McWeenie,
A McWeenie.
and it was not bad either.
Everyone, Burger King had a veal parm sandwich.
Ooh.
Burger King had a hot
Burger
dog.
King had a veal parm sandwich.
Mike, I saw something on YouTube a few years ago. I'm sure it's still on YouTube, because you can find anything. But
Nothing on YouTube ever dies.
true.
Nope.
There's this guy who went to the supermarket and bought a live lobster, and just kept it as a pet. Just put it in like a big aquarium in his house and fed it and changed this water and just gave it like a good life. Decided not to boil it and eat it. Kept it as a pet. So if you
You
get a
gotta make it
chance, it's
grow a
pretty.
little bit.
Lobster clemency.
Yeah.
Lobster clemency, and you know what? I'd love to do it, but saltwater aquariums they're a nightmare. It's like a way of life.
Oh yeah.
You're constantly checking pH, and you get it just like a little wrong, and everything in the whole tank will just
Yeah.
die. And you're talking like if you want to like get like a little coral reef or something, they start at like $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to have all that for
no.
for Bob the Lobster was just
Yeah. A little more time.
I don't even know what they eat.
A little more time consuming than maybe it's worth. But yeah, Leon the Lobster. That was the name.
Yeah, the lobster.
I'm pretty sure
So I'd go
eat,
with Bob.
like the crap that gets left on the bottom of the tank.
Well, yeah, they are bottom. Yeah, they're bottom feeders. I mean, they're on the bottom, so take a dump in the tank every day,
Yeah.
I guess.
Why not?
Literally.
I could see you doing that too.
Yeah, I'm a very uncouth, person. Well, with all the back problems, we'd have to make sure that tank was pretty
Yeah,
low.
true.
My mother had a betta fish that lived many years. Like I'm really not sure what the lifespan is of, your typical betta fish that you buy in like a plastic bag at the pet store, but she got one as a gift and we took care of him for like several years. He passed away and we were all sad.
Oh yeah, I kept him on and off for quite a while. My last one, his name was Lazarus, and he only made it like 2 years. But I had one. His name was Nemesis. When I lived in Mountaintop and I had my apartment up there and everything, uh, I had and Nemesis lived for like 6.5, 7 years.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And I remember a buddy of mine came over. He's the one I actually know about saltwater aquariums from because he does it. He has a 50-gallon saltwater aquarium. Uh, Nemesis lived in I still have it, a bow front tank. It's about 16, 20 gallons. And I kept him in there. And I remember Chris coming over and he's like, dude, that is like the biggest, happiest beta I have ever seen in my entire
That's
life.
awesome.
And he loved the Beatles. He loved the Beatles. Whenever I had a surround system in the room, and whenever I'd play the Beatles, he'd start like dancing around in the tank. He'd do loops and
Oh
stuff.
shit.
Absolutely. Whenever I'd play because I used to watch the Beatles anthology all the time on DVD, and whenever I played that through the surround, like he would go nuts. He loved it.
That is so cool.
See, mommy was supposed to told you.
I think the one that my mom had, he must have lived 2 to 3 years, and to us that was a long time. We were like, we really just can't believe he made it that long, but he did.
Ouch.
At the end, I was trying to keep. I was doing everything I could to keep Nemesis alive.
Really?
Like he got really sick. I had like a special bowl, like a sick. You call it when you keep fish, you call it a sick tank, where you take them out of the larger bowl, keep them in a smaller setting. And I mean, I was hitting him with antibiotics and everything every day. He was just so old that he couldn't live anymore.
That's sad.
Thanks, Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably. I buried him in the back in a little cigarette tin, and I would imagine he's probably still back there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, it's fact of life. I mean, we
Oh, I know.
unless you have an enormous box, none of your pets are going to outlive you. I mean, unless you have an enormous box turtle that you raised from young, that box turtle will outlive you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
I
the
know.
other anything else you can pretty much keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's unfortunate. The way I look at it is, it's kind of a contest. I don't know if how far I'm going to go now. Either I hope I outlive the cats, but there's a shot now they may outlive me. So, I promised every one of them coming in here I'd make sure I'd do my best to make sure they had all had good lives. So I gotta stay alive for that.
It's
because I do keep my word.
I knew I wanted to share with you guys before the end before I forgot. With us now moving forward with with a new beginning, I've made some new stuff for the shop zone for outside the box. So guys, if you want to check out some new outside the box merch, click that QR code. We got new shirts, we got hats, license plate frames, cups, like glassware. You check it out. Check it out. That hang for a couple minutes.
I got a camera out.
Uh-oh. So yeah.
And Gina, I'm sure you can see
What?
it up there. I have a camera that's
yeah.
out.
What one is it?
The one that looks the alcove one.
So,
Cool merch, Jay. Very cool. I got my hat. I got my outside the box hat. The missus got that for me for Christmas. Love it.
I remember. Yeah, I saw him like it was funny because I kept messaging. I'm like, hopefully it's gonna get there. Hopefully it's gonna get there. Hopefully it's gonna get there. And it got there right before.
Right on time with time to spare.
All right.
No worries.
Have a good night, Susan.
Oh yeah.
See you, Susan.
Good night,
Be well.
Susan. Thanks for hanging.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okie
Yeah,
dokie.
me too.
Yeah, he's got to move the
Course is the
meatballs
first-
over.
Uh-oh.
Put them in the sauce.
But yeah, it's
I got a what? Oh, I got to start on the
Oh,
sauce.
you didn't even get the sauce started. Oh my
I don't-
goodness.
No, you can't because I've thrown that breaker before
Oh, that's true.
on this plug.
nice, man.
So yeah, I don't want to run the hot plate and the toaster oven at the same time.
Aw.
Ideally, yeah, I would have the sauce going and everything already.
But yeah, Matt, we got new co-host shirts, got some plate frames. Oh yeah. You could swag the car with either a ghetto theater plate frame or one of my get both. Put one on front, one on the back. It's yeah, made some new shirt designs. Doing a whole new revamp. A new beginning for Outside the Box for SGW, for everything. And I'm very excited about I'm very excited. I'm glad. I feel re-energized. Ready to go. Sounds like you're taking a pee.
No, I'm washing my hands.
Oh,
Check this out, y'all. Yeah,
there it is. There it is. There it is. Outside the Box Live all the way.
there it is.
So, Matt, all right, I got a question for Matt. When are you going to come and hang with us in the studio? When are you going to come on and join us?
We have a studio?
Well, virtual.
I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, "Oh, my brother, never invites me over." Dude, after work, see, he works until 10. So he catches us from 9 to 10. Then he drives home, and then he catches the rest of the show. But
Oh,
dude, just stop over after work, man.
I know you love mommy. Look at me.
Mikasa su casa, man. You know that.
And just for people that are tuning in now that might have missed in the beginning, our home cooking show mascot, Mr. Jingles, has passed on. I'd like to think he's running over the Rainbow Bridge with Goldilocks. Who knows? But
He is.
the world is a little bit sadder now that we don't have Mr. Jingles.
He's up there.
That's why, if anybody's wondering why. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, man. Just echoing what you said, man. He's at that Rainbow Bridge. He's pain free and living the good life now, man. So yeah, he'll be missed. What a great little dog.
Leave no claws.
That's why, if you guys see in the background, there's a picture of me and Mr. Jingles. This tonight we're dedicating the show to Mr. Jingles. His real name was Riley, my GF's dog, but yeah. But
I can hear you.
anyway, this summer, what I would like to do.
There's a glare on your face, Mike.
Oh yeah, there is.
Really?
Well, actually, you can't. Mike's face isn't even there.
Yeah, it is.
Oh wait.
Is that
Oh yeah. Okay, I see.
is that a smiley face on a paper plate?
That yeah.
Styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
Styrofoam plate. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Is that
A little
better?
bit.
Yes.
All right, Pete. Hey,
Good night, Pete.
one more thing. Are you going to be at Tammy's tomorrow? Because chances are I might be because they have good breakfast. No, but that could actually happen. I could actually end up at Tammy's tomorrow. That could happen. I see me there every Sunday. But I was gonna say something. That's my train of thought. Damn it to hell. Shout out to thank you to our Instagram watchers. You guys are awesome too. We didn't forget about you. Facebook watchers, the YouTube channel. Thank you all for hanging. Appreciate it.
Hey, Bambino.
Okay, you know what I saw in the news this week? It was let me think. I think it happened in 1952. So whatever the math would be there, but it was like the anniversary of the Knox mine disaster. 52, I think. Let me fact check myself.
Yeah, we strive for factual accuracy on this show.
Yeah.
59, 1959, not 52.
So here's one of the things though I wanna try and well, I know last year was kind of hit and miss. But this summer, I'd like to get a team together, start doing the paranormal, start hitting the cemeteries again, abandoned places, reconstitute the MTA spirit seekers, and see what I could see where I'm going. Cause I miss doing the paranormal. It's just with work, it was just kind of tough, and then winter came and blah. But I do want to get back to doing paranormal.
I'm in.
Oh, I just got my W-2s. So what I want to do when I get the tax check, I actually want to buy a voice box. I forget what you call them, the box, the spirit box. I want to buy one.
They are neat.
Yeah, they are.
They are cool. I thought about
I bought one for my ex-wife.
buying that
She's
too.
terrified of it.
I was going to get a spirit box, a REM pod. I was going to get that stuff too, but then I just decided I'll just watch TV and I'll just let those guys do it for me while I sit back and watch. Because I'm very easily spooked.
Are
Although
you?
I do have. Oh yeah, I mean, but I do have an interest in the paranormal. I mean, I always did. Always.
So.
I just don't like jump scares. I don't like to be, like I don't go to haunted houses and stuff because I'm just too anxious for jump scares. Not my kind of thing.
So do you go to do you and Steph go to Knoebels?
Oh hell yeah.
And do you go to the haunted house?
Always, yes.
Okay, there you go.
And that part at the end with that freaking train, you know what I'm talking about when you're
even though you know it's coming, it's there. Yes, still jump.
What's the
gets
matter,
me every
Olin?
time. I'm like, that train, it always gets me.
I vow every summer, but this summer
I
I'm
hear you,
definitely
Olin.
going back to Knoebels. I'm definitely going. Even if I have to go myself, I am going.
It's a good time.
And do a day thing down at Knoebels. I'll take the camcorder, like Yeah. It's
A couple of years ago, my wife and I, well, she kind of had to drag me. I'll be honest. To it was either Reaper's Revenge or one of those haunted hay rides that they have locally. I think it was Reaper's Revenge. They put you on a back of a tractor or truck, take you through the woods. It's pitch black, and people are jumping out, scaring you. But I'll be honest, we had a great time. I didn't want to go, but it was a really good time.
I went to one of those haunted houses once, and everybody was scared of me. They would come running up at me, and I'd give them a look, and then they'd stop.
Back away.
Yeah, I'd be like, give them a look, like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
And then they'd get all freaked out by me.
Well, you are 6'7".
I don't know.
Yeah, you ever see Tyrus on Fox News? I'm about his size.
Yeah, Tyrus.
Jay, you would know Tyrus as the former NWA champion.
Oh, okay.
Big Tyrus.
He was also a pundit for
I did
Fox
not know
News.
that. Steph, I got to tell you a story, but that is funny.
She is brutal, man. She scares me all the time because she knows she's gonna get me. So this is like a common thing around the house. I'll be in the kitchen with my back to the fridge, and yeah, she's the worst, but I love her.
Steph, get it on video.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We'll send it to me. We'll restream. We'll put up on the stream, and everybody will see it. No, but see, I don't know if they still do it. Eckley's Minor Village. And when I mean going back years, I'm going back to maybe 2000, 2001. Okay.
I was going to say you're going back 2,000 years. Sorry.
They would do. They had their Halloween tour. You could either do the walking tour or do the hayride. Me and the always did the hayride because I can walk into that whole shit. But they had the stuff jumping out at you and cool stuff, and people would scare you. But they come to their makeshift cemetery, and at the time there was a local dance studio. Okay, well, they'd stop in front of the cemetery and say, "Oh my, we seem to, the temple seemed to break down or something." Kind of put and I hears the Thriller music, Michael Jackson's Thriller, and they would come out from under the underground. They were actually bare, they were covered in the dirt. They'd come up and they'd do the whole Thriller skit. It was really cool. I don't know if they still do it, but it was really, really cool.
That sounds badass. That's a creepy video, man. The Thriller music video. That's some creepy stuff there, but it's
awesome.
Badass.
I still watch every Halloween. I still have to watch that. I still watch Thriller.
It's really good.
Steph likes scaring you, doesn't she? I'm assuming.
Dude, all the time. Sometimes I have to tell her, I know it's funny. I know. If I were in your shoes, I'd be laughing too, but please.
You'd be doing it.
have mercy. You got to stop scaring me.
She is your wife. No.
Oh.
The best is that she would do it if you're on your way to the bathroom and you really have to go.
Always. It's always at the worst times, Oh.
Did she ever scare you and you peed yourself?
Oh,
no comment.
He did.
I plead the fifth.
Okay. So, yeah, no.
She's brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely has to get that on video.
The one time I was over my sister's and my niece got me really good. I thought I shit myself. It was just she got me that good.
Yeah.
I was falling asleep in the. They have this really comfortable rocking chair, this really big, oversized, kind of like the one I have. And I just fell asleep, and then my niece decides to this thing she stuck in my, and I jumped up and I was like, "Holy Jesus!" So yeah. Oh.
Yep.
I gotta find a dentist that will take payments. I cracked my tooth today, and it hurts like a mother. So Monday I gotta start calling and seeing who will take. Like, because I know dependent, like a tooth extraction could be considered medical, so that might fall under your medical insurance, not like quote unquote dental coverage. I hope.
Not mine.
Oh,
Olin.
it's killing me.
I actually
Olin is
just
pulling my hair.
Who's pulling your hair?
Olin.
Ah,
Ow. My hair's in a ponytail, and he's.
Jay, I just got a new dentist because my dentist since I was like a child retired. So
who is
I
it?
could send you I
Yeah.
could send you the info and stuff privately. He's a local guy, really, really good. So I went in December, then I just went back a few weeks ago. I got like I have to get a crown because I like shattered one of my teeth.
Oh, I have a crown for you.
I was gonna say, I mean, you're kind of an egomaniac there, and but you meant like tooth stuff.
Yes, a crown for a king. Not
Burger
quite.
King has a good one. They have the Smurfs on it.
Oh yeah, okay. Maybe I'll go get one of those.
I saw this kid at the store today wearing one. I was like, "Oh, is that the new Burger King one? I might have to go over and get one."
Yeah. It's
You may all bow to me now.
Yeah. It's cool that they brought them back.
Yeah.
It's neat that Burger King.
I didn't know it went anywhere.
I don't know. Maybe it seems like they just kind of weren't around for a while, and now you see, like Gina said, kids like walking around in public with the Burger King crowns. I just haven't seen that in so long.
It's mostly the
I've
teenagers.
worn a
They
Burger
love
King crown
doing
at
that
Burger
kind of
King, and
stuff.
I love doing that.
I would wear it.
I miss the old school McDonald's.
I miss the pirate hat they used to get at Long John Silver.
Oh yeah, the big blue hat.
No, black, and it had skull and crossbones
Oh,
on it.
Did you guys ring the bell on your way out? You know how they had that bell.
Absolutely.
Always, right? You always ring the bell.
Bambino.
last night before I went to the GF's house, I stopped at the McDonald's in Wyoming. I sat on the drive-thru for almost 7 minutes before this guy actually took my order. I ordered 2 McDoubles, 2 little McChickens, and a fry. He's like, "Oh, it's 7." So I'm like, "Well, maybe there's a deal going on or something." Okay, pull around. And I wait for another 3 minutes at the window for him to actually take my money to pay for this food. Hands me the bag, and I'm looking. I'm like, I'm missing 2 sandwiches. I said I ordered 2 McDoubles, 2 McChickens, and a fry. Oh, you said 2 McDoubles? Yes. He looks at me and goes, "Well, do you still want them?" Yes. I'm like, looking at it for a minute. I'm like, yeah, I want my food.
Why do you think I ordered it?
Then I had to wait another 4 minutes.
Never mind.
I would just be like, "Well, did I pay for it?"
So I was taking food to the GF. I'm like, I ordered 4 and they'll give me 2. Then when the guy was running my credit card, I couldn't hear him, but I could see through the window. He's he's screaming or yelling at the cash register or some shit. I'm like, man, that's not good. As a customer, seeing you yell at the register, no, that's not good. I was gonna say something about you know what, this guy's probably having enough a bad day the way it is.
He's probably having a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that happens a lot in fast food.
Oh yeah, we've been there. We've been there.
I also want to scare people on drive-thru. Hi, welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order? They didn't expect somebody to talk like that.
I still remember back in the BK days. This family's pulling looked like the Brady Bunch station wagon. They'd order like 2 or 3 double Whoppers with cheese, extra bacon, large fries, extra salt. Get a diet soda. Yeah, that diet soda.
Extra salt.
I never understood the diet soda with that until I started drinking diet soda. I just like the flavor better. It doesn't taste as sweet.
Every Sunday around like 6 o'clock and like for the dinner. Whoppers with cheese, double Whoppers with cheese, extra bacon, this, that, and then the diet soda. And I'm sitting there, and the girl that I always end up working with, we would tag team the front. Like, they're here. Sure enough, we're the same thing like religious.
Well, that's like
They're here.
That was my
I
father.
worked at Dunkin' Donuts up in Massachusetts when I lived up there on the Cape. And there was a girl who would come in every single day. She would order an extra large coffee, 16 sugars, half cream. I'd always look at her and go, would you like some coffee with your cream?
That's a lot of sugar, dude.
Halfway.
That is. I mean, that's a lot of sugar. If you have to put that much sugar in your coffee, why the hell are you drinking it?
You just have a
I used to
milkshake.
get like 8 or 9. That's extreme.
Now,
And if you like iced coffee, all you have to do is double up your grounds for a pot of coffee and then pour it over ice. That's how they do it.
When I first started drinking coffee, it was, cream and sugar or extra cream, extra sugar. I lost my taste for the sweetness, all that sugar. So for the past, 15 years, I just either drink my coffee black or just cream, no sugar. I got to taste the coffee. Right.
I do it it depends on where I get the coffee from. Like Dunkin' Donuts, it's got to be extra cream, extra sugar, because their coffee isn't all that good.
Yeah.
Here at the house, I drink my coffee black. I drink my tea black.
Years ago, back in like 91, 92, when the mall actually had a food court.
Still do.
Remember? Not really. I haven't been it, but everything's gone now. We used to have
it shrank a little.
A&W hot dog. I think it shrank a lot.
I worked there.
So did I. Back in the day. But
Yeah,
I was
we didn't
working
work
for
there at the same time.
It was called A&W Hot Dogs and More. And I would usually work Saturday nights, Sunday morning. I work all day Sunday myself because the mall was slow. I was working 7 days a week at that point. And what's up, Facebook people? So every Sunday, this guy would come to the counter. This guy would order a Chicago dog, which was the beef dog with the cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, mustard, relish, celery salt, top of the pickle. We'd be like, "Can you add?" Because we had the nacho liquid cheese. Like, could you add the nacho cheese? Okay. You always get 2 cartons of white milk. So I like my moo juice. I love that, and that combination. I would be like, "Oh, okay." But,
That's hardcore.
yeah,
That's
But it was cool
hardcore.
back in the day. Like, see, if you served like boardwalk fries, okay, they kicked ass back in the day.
Yes, they did.
They did. They were good.
If they served burgers in the food court, no other one could serve burgers. They had like it was like the way their content was like or whatever. So the one girl loved our root beer float, so I trade off a root beer float for a burger, for a couple of burgers. Yeah, it was or Arby's would trade off their fries for root beer floats or for hot like oh yeah, it was. We always used to trade off food every Sunday mornings. It was great.
Nice.
All right, we got someone still watching.
I guess they kept peace among the factions.
Oh yeah. All right, so whoever still watches on Facebook, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's see.
How were the burgers at A&W? I don't think I ever tried one from that franchise or whatever. I don't think I ever really ate at like an A&W. Like decent burgers.
They're pretty good. I used to actually I was the guy on the grill when I was like 16. That only lasted a few months though. I didn't like the whole fast food restaurant experience.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
It was interesting, let me tell you. It was interesting.
I remember you working there.
Oh yeah.
You were there like years out because like I remember I quit school. Actually, I got thrown out. But
Oh yeah. People would sit there and go, "Oh, I could work fast food. It's easy." And then like, especially Arby's, you like, there was a guy that we hired, and like he was just big. He was so cocky. Like, "Oh, I could do this." He lasted a week because he couldn't hack it. He couldn't handle it. It was like,
Yeah.
fast food is not that easy. People think. Okay. Yeah, Steph, I actually like miss working a hot dog stand. I do. I miss it.
Yeah, Steph worked at a few different stores in the mall, sometimes simultaneously. Like when we were younger, she'd have a job here and there, you know. I never worked at the mall. I worked at two different restaurants when I was like 15, 16, and then I worked at a grocery store,
Yeah.
etc.
When I was 17, I worked at a men's clothing store in the mall. It was the sister
Spencer's.
company. Huh?
Spencer's, no.
No. It's probably where Spencer's is now. But it was the sister store to
Chess King.
579.
Okay.
Wow, that was like almost 40 years ago. Or 30 years ago. Yeah, a little over 30 years ago.
What was fun about that? Especially like when it was Christmas, I worked Friday night. I leave the car lot. I go up Friday night, work the hot dog Friday night. I'd go in Saturday night or work Sunday. And I literally like for a good year or two, I worked 7 days straight. I never had a day off, but I had an awesome paycheck. I remember when Hot Topics came in. It was like the whole new thing. I remember walking in going, holy shit. Turn around and walking back and going, holy crap.
Oh yeah.
But you gotta
It was
every time I was up there, you gotta go to Spencer. Like I always had to go to Spencer's.
yeah. Yeah, Spencer's back in the day was great. That's where I got my lava lamp, ton of like psychedelic posters and incense and all that kind of shit. It was
And the
I mean
chick
Spencer's
host-
is still cool, but it was really cool back in the day.
You can
When I
still
was-
get lava lamps at Spencer's.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I really enjoyed the poster section.
Oh, yes.
Oh
right.
yeah, man. Me too, man. I loved it. Loved it.
I'd go. Well, I lived next to the mall, so I used to go to the mall like I don't know, like every other day and look at the posters. I had to keep the memory, fresh.
Yep. You guys remember a store? I think it was called Cheers. It was like in the food court.
Yep.
Remember Cheers?
Yep.
My wife and I reminisce about that place all the time.
I remember when they moved down there.
Yeah.
They moved into the. I think it was the old like. Oh shit!
Kind of like
It's right
back
by the
where the
bathroom.
bathrooms are. Yeah,
Right,
where the
right.
bathrooms are.
And
Yeah.
actually,
Oh shit! I don't remember.
originally,
It was called "Oh Poop," but it wasn't edgy enough.
that was where Arthur Treacher's was. They had an Arthur Treacher stand, which
Scott Rose
I
worked
loved
there.
Arthur Treacher's, and then they all of a sudden all just shut down at once. Then we were left with Long John Silver's, which I never liked Long John Silver. I haven't had it in years, but I don't know.
I think there's only one left, the one in Edwardsville.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I'll go past there randomly, and like, I never see anybody there. I don't know how they stay awake or stay awake, but how they stay open.
2 words: Good Friday.
Yeah,
They do all their annual sales in one day.
I think you're right.
the crewman knows one of my favorite lifetime memories happened in that food court. Met some metal gods who were doing a local show.
Yes.
Judas Priest.
Mike, you know what, Mike? I think you would appreciate this one. I mean, it's pretty cool. So 2 bands were coming to the Staircase in Pittston.
Holy shit!
It was Killswitch Engage and Slayer. Okay, so everyone knows Slayer,
Okay.
right? So my wife is in the.
I know Killswitch Engage.
Yep. So my wife is at the mall. I don't know, Steph, if you were working or if you were just there hanging out. I don't know, but she meets one of the guys from Killswitch and Kerry King from Slayer.
Nice.
Nice.
Gets everybody's autograph and gets put on the guest list to go to the show and go backstage and meet the rest of the bandmates and get pictures and stuff. So that was a big deal for her. Meeting I forget the dudes. Yeah, but she met Kerry King.
Did she get to meet? She get to meet when she went backstage. Did she get to meet Hanneman? Because Hanneman was like notoriously like somebody who did not like to fraternize with the with the fans.
I'd have to ask her. I know she met Kerry King at the mall. I don't know if she ended up like hanging with Slayer, like Tom and Jeff Hanneman and the drummer and Kerry at the show, but I know she was like with Killswitch mostly. The guys from Killswitch Engage at that show.
So, Steph, were you like one of those metalhead chicks back in the day?
Oh yeah, still is. That's why I love her. Because she listens to metal. Yes.
I listen to everything.
It's cool when now with having the technology today, like I'll go I don't listen to the radio anymore. My phone just connects to the YouTube music on the car. We're just doing random whatever plays, and it started playing like old 80s heavy metal, like stuff that you don't really hear, like that wasn't played all the time, like Rat. Who else? Jane's Addiction, like stuff like back in the day, or like they're playing Rat, Twisted Sister, Quiet Riot. I'm like going, damn, I remember this. I remember this too good.
Oh yeah. I was up at Gallery of Sound this afternoon doing some retail therapy. That's kind of like my therapy. Maybe once a month I'll go and buy some records, spend some money. So yeah, I was hanging out at Gallery of Sound a little bit today. Still love going there.
I go in there once in a while.
I haven't been to Gallery of Sound in ages. I don't have a
It's
record
a
player.
good time. Really good time. I've met a lot of really cool people over the years. And especially like, dude, when they had the location in the mall.
I remember that.
Oh man.
There's a guy named Bim that worked there.
Yeah,
he was an awesome guitar player.
Jim is still there. He's still at the Mundy Street location.
Oh, Bim.
Oh, okay.
I thought it's Bim, BIM.
Okay, gotcha.
Probably. Yeah, it's like I forget how he got that nickname. He was actually friends with Jay Gengels. You remember
Yeah.
Gengels, sure. His oldest brother, I think. Actually, he used to take it. Rob's oldest brother used to take guitar lessons off Bim.
Nice.
But when we were kids, Bim was like a god to us. Like when we were because that's how long he's worked there. Like he was working there like when he was like in his like when he was a teenager, and like we were, like 10 or something.
Nice.
And like I said, he was just he was an awesome guitar player back then, and he was just an absolute god to us. Like that guy plays guitar. He works at a record store.
Yeah. He's living the dream. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like man, when I grow up, I want to be like
Yeah.
him.
Well, someday if I retire, if I'm able to retire, because I have many years ahead of me in the workforce, but someday if I could retire and physical media is still a thing, you could actually go to a record store and buy vinyl, CDs, cassettes, whatever. I think when I retire, that's what I want to do. I want to work at a record store. I want to, kind of relive my
Youth.
dream.
It's a neat idea.
That's what I'm gonna do. Like 30 plus years from now.
And
See, I wanted to work in a liquor store, but that sounds a lot more fun.
Oh yeah. That would be fun too, I guess.
I've been starting getting phone, and it's driving me nuts. I'm starting to get these phone calls. Hi, we could help you with your Medicare Part A. I am not old enough for Medicare. Not yet, anyway.
Well, it depends. You could get it when you're disabled.
I'm not disabled. Mentally, maybe, but not physically.
Glad you said it.
Yeah. But I'll be getting it'll come up like 570 number. So I'm like, well, maybe it's someone calling to book a wedding or something, or whatever. So I'll answer it. The two I get calls from saying, oh, we could help you with your Medicare. Another one is somebody calling from diabetic supplies. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm like, I don't qualify for Medicare. Please take me off your list. Before you say take me off the list, they hang up on you. Then you get a call half hour later, still calling you. I'm like, Jesus, Mary, Joseph.
I
do not.
A few years ago, I was getting a phone call from AARP, and I'm like, yeah, that's my name. I'm not old enough to receive AARP. Well, we have you down that you're 86 years old. I'm like, no, I'm 42.
Yeah, it's funny because they'll be like, we got great news for you, about Medicare, what we could do. Guy, before you go any further, before you waste all your script, I don't qualify for Medicare. Oh, you don't qualify? No. Click.
See, I like to talk with those people.
And we just sounded so like he was so enthused, like, hey, I could do this for you. I don't qualify for Medicare, buddy. You just wasted your whole big script. And he was so full of energy, and I mean, sound like a probably pretty good guy, but I'm like, I don't qualify for Medicare.
I love when the IRS calls me. And it's like one of those things where they want you to, pay your back taxes with using gift cards and stuff. I'll sit there and I'll be like, okay, number one, I work for the federal government. So if you're with the IRS, why are you calling me from Washington, D.C. and not Kansas City, Missouri? Because it'll say on the caller ID, IRS HQ or something. Well, HQ is in Kansas City. I had a guy once, he kept hanging up on me. I had his number on my caller ID. I kept calling him back. I'm like, Dude, answer my question.
It's
Oh my God, yeah, I'm an absolute nightmare when it comes to people impersonating government employees. They make my job harder, so they really piss me off. And then you have I can't stand AARP, because they always have that commercial. And remember, the Social Security Administration will never ever call you. And it's like, oh my God, you know how hard you're making my job right now. Don't tell these people that, because we do call them.
it was right when I about within a year I moved into this house where I was at. So I'm going back like many years. I get this phone call. I had a landline phone at the time. So I'm like, yeah,
Landline?
back in the day I had one of those. So
Did it explode, or
eventually that's why I got rid of it. But I get
Hope
a
you didn't
call.
step on it.
Nah.
Yeah, really.
I get a call and it's like, is this Jason Yanchik? Yeah, it's what can I do for you? How and he starts going off with this like, how you we never heard from your lawyer and this and that and I'm like, what are you talking about? You haven't talked to your lawyer? I don't have a lawyer. Like what are you talking? Oh, here I have to connect you over to my bot. All right. Like, well, case number blah 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 blah. You're being sued for like, and the officers there was a warrant to arrest you, and I have to call and stop them. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So I'm thinking, well, is this really like fake, or could it be legit? So I go down to the West Pittston Borough building. I'm like, I'm getting these weird phone calls. Can you run my name and see if I have any warrants or anything? Because I mean I'm 99% sure I don't, but they're like, no, you're good. And the one girl goes, did you get a phone call? I said, yeah, saying that that they had a call and they had to I'm being arrested or I'm gonna be arrested and they have to call to stop the warrant, blah blah blah. She goes, I never got a call. She goes, but my relative or so and so got a call. She goes, if they call you back, I'm like, they're supposed to call me back tomorrow. Just tell them that the magistrate's office wants you to call them of city of West Pittston. She goes, guarantee they're going to hang up. So next day, phone rings, right on time. Hello. Oh, how you doing, Mr. Yan? This is so and so. Oh, goes, have you been able to talk to the lawyer? I said, well, no, I couldn't get a hold of a lawyer yet. I said, because I can't afford a lawyer. Well, and he's going on. I'm like, well, what am I being sued for? I have no idea. Well, it's very, and he's trying to go into something where I took a supposedly an online loan. I never paid on it, and something like that. I said, so you said yesterday that you had to call and stop my warrant. I had arrest. He goes, oh yes, and it took me a lot. It took me. He's made it sound like it took him so hard to do this. I said, well, I went down to the West Pittston, the magistrate building, and they want you to call them. I can give you that click. Call them back. And the secretary, can I please speak with, whatever his name was? Well, I'm sorry, he's been in a meeting all day. I'm like, well, I just talked to him 5 minutes ago and he hung up on me. I need to speak with him. Click. Call back again. I said, I'm trying to get a hold, I was talking to him and we got disconnected. She goes, well, I could take a message. I said, okay. I said, my name's so, I said, I'm talking to finally get, whoever his name was. The magistrate of West Pittston, the magistrate wants him to contact them, and I need to give you the number. Click. Yeah, so it turned up, But it's funny when you turn around and start harassing them, because they're like, they don't want nothing to do with you because, they're caught. Yeah.
Boy, that's why I love watching those scammer payback videos online. That is some good content, man.
Scammer payback. The first one I started watching was Scammer Revolts. I think it was called Scammer Revolts.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who have not seen one of these, You have to go on YouTube and watch it. You will laugh your ass off. They screw with these people so bad that you have to laugh.
Oh,
So
so bad.
Scammer Revolts, I'll use him for. And check out here. Maybe I'll if I can put his channel.
Mike does that all the time.
And well, it's funny because what this guy like this guy Scammer Revolts, and you got to search the scammer. Wait, let's see. I'm gonna put his link in the chat. You guys got to check this out. And
Mike actually really loves having the telemarketers call. He will just like fuck with them the whole time. I sit here and laugh.
We got to get that on video. I got to see Mike giving one of these telemarketers like a run for their money. Come on, dude. I would love to. Oh my God, it's probably so funny.
You know, I don't pick up my phone very much anymore, and I don't have my voicemail set up, and you know,
it's every once in a while that they actually catch them.
Yeah.
But it's funny, the Scammer Revolts guy, like he'll pretend like he's like an old man, or you know, an older guy who like is like computer stupid. What do I? And when they connect it to his computer, he goes around it, accesses their computer, and wipes out all their shit.
Yeah.
Or he'll go in and he'll put a sys key on their computer. Sometimes they catch on it and he does, but a lot of times he'll like sys key him, and he'll restart his computer. And I'll be like, I just put a sys key. He goes, why are you scanning? I'm not, dude. I just put a sys key on your computer.
Yeah.
Then the guy gets all what happened? He'll be like, what happened to all your files? What do you mean? I just deleted them all.
I love that.
There was another guy. He went by Kit Boga. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen any of his videos lately. I don't know if he's still posted that, but Kit Boga would basically like he has a voice changer. He make him sound like he's either an old man or an old woman. He really plays the part well, and he like these scammers from India, wherever they're calling from, Kolkata, believe he's an old man or old woman, and he has his sound effects set up like he's driving to wherever or and then at the end they realize he's fucking with them, and it's just he'll waste like an hour of their time.
Yeah, that's the best. That's what you want to do. I actually was sad back before at work before we had caller IDs on our phones. We had like these old like the punch button thing put on hold.
Rotary dial.
Not rotary dial. They were touch tone, but they had like all the buttons to put
put them on hold
put people on hold and all that stuff.
Oh, I know what you mean. Okay.
But I used to prank call my coworkers because you couldn't see who was calling you. I'd be like, "Yes, hello. I'm feeling very socially insecure. Could you offer me some social security?" And like I would always do it to like the older ladies, and they would, what? Or I'd be, social security? Is it social security? Yes. I'm feeling socially insecure. Could you offer me some social security? And like they didn't know what the hell to do. And like the people around me, because we used to be able, like we had desks where we could actually see each other. Like we'd sit in like a pod together, 4 people, and like the people that were sitting with me would just be cracking up because I'd be doing this to somebody across the room. and then like I was actually one lady, I would always pick on her, and she always fell for it. And I'd be like, she'd like look up at me, and then she starts shaking her fist at me, and
like going like, "You son of a bitch, yo."
I used to work.
Oh yeah, I sorry.
My bad, dude. I used to work with a guy who just could do voices. Like he honestly should have got into like voiceover acting or something, or cartoons. He had all these voices. So he would prank call. Yeah, he would do prank calls, internally, as well. He would prank. Sometimes he would prank me, and I could never get mad at him because it was just so funny. Once he broke character, and I was like, "Is this for real?" And then it was him. I was like, "Oh, that's gold."
It's the days before, like, you know, like caller ID and shit like that. Me, remember Danny Golich?
Oh yeah, I work with
Yeah,
him.
oh yeah, that's right. Like me, like, and
I see him. I see him every time I'm in the building.
and a couple people like we used to work with at Burger King. Like one night he had a party. So me, he's kind of he's my cousin through marriage, but he's not blood cut like related. His name's Phil, and like our family's
Your cousin-in-law.
yeah, kind of yeah through like my godmother's, who's my cousin, would be like her nephew through marriage, kind of like. But growing up, all our families, you know, got together for holidays and shit like that. Well, so me and Phil, we were drunk. We decided to pull out the phone book and just start calling people at like 3 a.m. And we called one lady, and
I have stories like this.
we called the lady. I'm like, "Is this?" And because you read the name right out of the phone book. Is this so and so? Yes. I said, "Well, this is your whatever time was wake up call." What? Well, you put in for? Didn't someone put in for this number your name for wake up call at whatever time it was? Who the hell is this? This is the wake up call service. You want it? And like, son of a bitch, you know, and hang up on it. Like, we never like, but then think about it. Like, someone keeps calling you, like, you're going to get scared. Like, who the hell's calling my number? Like, on the other end of it. Yeah, we used to like, or we used to call Sunshine when Sunshine was down in where Home Depot is now. Okay. We would call and prank the deli department. And I think it was Phil. Like Phil, one of us were like, "Is this the deli part? Do you have any Fremunda cheese?" What? It's an imported cheese. Do you have Fremunda cheese? Not like, and like you hear in the background, "Do we have Fremunda?" And me and him are just dying laughing. No, we don't carry that. Oh, okay, thank you. You know, you're trying not to, like, you want to make it like a legit call. But yeah, we used to do shit like that all the time.
I can't repeat some of the things I did. There was a nice elderly couple. Like I used to remember the numbers that I would prank because it'd be like 1 or 2 digits off from my own phone number. And there was one elderly couple who was 1 digit off from my phone number, my home number. And for whatever reason, they thought when I called, apparently I sounded just like their son. And I'd call them at like 4 a.m. And I would just be like, you know, I would just like, yeah, I just picked up this stripper, and you know, she's sleeping in the other room. And what about Junior? I'm like, oh, Junior's with her. He warmed right up to her. Yeah. Like these people, oh my God! I mean, there's a place in hell for me for some of the you know, some of the things I had them believe. I can only imagine. I used to always say, like, you know, like I used to do this. Like I'd have friends in the room and I'd have speakerphone on and stuff. And I could just imagine, like, you know, the guy who they thought I was, like the next day, that the phone calls he'd get, like, did you pick up a stripper last night? What?
And now when they came up with the, you know, the
did you pick up? Did you pay 2 prostitutes last night to, you know? And, yeah, like I said, I can only imagine the you know, the phone calls this guy would get from his parents.
It's but then they came up with, like, you know, like if you had like *67, it would dial back the number that called you. *69, and then
this is long before that.
Oh yeah, but then when *69 came out, and then caller ID, that just that just ruined it all. That just ruined a good thing.
Yeah, ruined prank calls forever.
Or you call
I
something.
think Stars.
And yeah, I could.
I'm pretty sure Star 67. I think would like block your number.
Yeah, I think it blocked it.
Yeah.
Or it's funny. You call someone. Hey, is your and this is like the classic, most basic. Hey, is your refrigerator running? Well, yeah. Well, you better go catch it. You know, and then you hang up on her. But, yeah.
Yep. Oh
the
yeah.
Those
good
were
old
good old
days.
days. Yeah, KJ. Kid Boga's good. Like
Hey.
Kid Boga's.
Sorry, the cat's rubbing against the tripod.
Xavier.
Get over here.
Matt saying like, Mike, I bet you're hilarious at that. Some jerky boys type shit.
The Jerky Boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, such good prank phone calls, man. The Jerky Boys.
I miss them.
They're not the first ones that started phone pranking.
No, it was me.
There's this.
Yeah, back in like '86.
There was this. It got leaked on YouTube for a little bit, but I think it got taken down. I had a cassette tape with this, and I God knows even where it is now, but it was called. There was this place in Jersey called the Tube Bar, and these three guys. No, they weren't the jerky. This is way before the Jerky Boy time. Would call this bar owner and just harass the shit out of him.
Yep.
First, it got to the point where he'd be like just like stupid little stuff, but then would actually get up and be like, "Hey, why do you want?" Like his name was the owner. His name was Reddy. Had this really like raspy voice.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Hey, Red, you suck." You just got to put. They're just like not even. They're just saying you suck. Like if I ever catch, I'm gonna blah blah. You know, and they'd laugh at him. And those.
Yeah, The Simpsons had a thing like that.
That's where
with
they got
Moe's
it
Tavern.
from. That's who he's got the idea from these tube bar tapes, and the one is like he'd call and be like you know Phil McCrevis, you know, and you'd hear him going, you know, laughing. And
Yeah.
when there was one, it was during a rainstorm. And they said they interviewed this guy years later. Now Red's long gone, and they were interviewing the guy that started this, or one of the guys that started this. He's like, there was one that didn't get on the tape, but it was for some reason. He goes, we call him. He goes, can we speak to Rufus? Rufus who? Rufus leaking. Roof, you know, like roof is leaking. Yeah. There was this new girl. Red's Tube Bar, yeah. If you guys could find it on YouTube, listen to it, you'll die laughing. You'll be in hysterics. If you like that kind of prank.
Ich felt funny.
There was this new girl at McDonald's, and I was super serious and asked to order the McPizza, and she turned around and went back.
McPizza.
Andrew, you're bad, buddy.
Do we serve a McPizza? Yeah, she was trying to get you that McPizza, brother.
There actually McDonald's did have a McPizza back in the day.
Did they?
They did, but it took too long. It took too long to. They said it took too long to prep.
To produce. Yeah.
They stopped. But yeah, McDonald's had a McPizza.
Wow.
Yeah, it strikes me that Scottish pizza would probably be really disgusting.
Mm.
It's like, yes, can I have some extra haggis?
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, it's like
That was.
Oh, thanks, Matt. I just saw your comment.
When I was in high school, internet soundboards were like really popular. You know, like you would go to these sites and you could it was just hundreds of sound clips for movies like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Joe Pesci, you know, cursing,
Sounds
A
like
lot of profanity.
back in the day.
Yeah, and you would prank call people with these soundboards, and you just click around and have a whole conversation with people. Hello, good morning, and it was all just movie clips, audio files.
It was the best when they would. I've heard those, and they'd use Arnold Schwarzenegger in
Ordering a pizza.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Get to the chopper.
Who is your father, and what does it do?
Yeah. Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Oh yeah, who's your daddy, and what does he do?
Yep.
Who is this? This is Detective John Kimball. Yeah.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
Actually, it's what's really funny. Watching his first movie, go back and watch his first movie, Hercules in New York, where they have him dubbed with an American accent. It's just to see his mouth moving and yes, my name is Hercules. It's like to hear that voice come out of Schwarzenegger's mouth is like priceless. Because I mean, anybody who saw him before that, it would be bumping iron. It's about me. Bumping iron.
Yep.
I'm going to have spaghettis with Ferrignos. So you heard that, and then like his first feature film is like, yes, my name is Hercules, and I'm here in New York looking for. Really? Those vocal lessons really paid off, man. Wow.
Yeah. My favorite Arnold movie. I mean, obviously the Terminator movies, but Eraser. 1996, James Caan.
I remember
Eraser.
that.
Good movie.
I think I had it on VHS.
Yes, sir. That's a good one. Raw Deal is pretty good, too.
I'm looking for Sarah Connor.
I think he was in Raw Deal. Yeah, Raw Deal. 1986. Listen to the
Commando.
Listen to the synopsis of Raw Deal. A former FBI agent infiltrates the biggest mob in Chicago and single-handedly wipes it out. That's what the movie's about.
Yes, my name is Arnold.
Yes.
Schwarzenegger Leone.
What are the last?
I just can't imagine him being like undercover anything,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unless he was in Austria.
Right. The criminals would be like, something's not right here. I don't know. Something's fishy here with this guy.
I am a consigliere from the West Coast.
I got some deep.
We speak differently there.
Deep dish pizza. Do you have deep dish pizza on menu?
Didn't want to
Get me some egg noodles and ketchup.
one of the last Terminator movies that he did? Didn't he actually he actually use his own money to fund to make the ending or something? I thought I remember here because the production
Was it
company
Rise of the Machines?
I don't remember.
Was that Terminator 3? I don't know, Jay. Yeah, you're right though.
Oh no, there have been Terminator Genesis, Terminator.
That was the last one.
It's just Terminator.
It was one of the last ones.
Yeah.
To pull off what he wanted to pull off, the production company couldn't afford to do it, so he fronted them the money to do it, to make it like I guess they had a vision or they wanted to do something and they just couldn't do it, and he paid them to do it. Oh,
I guess that's the last Terminator I saw.
Is it true that they made a Titanic 2?
What was that?
Is it true that they made a Titanic 2?
Yes.
According to the internet, yes. I looked it up. I didn't watch it, but yeah.
I actually watched it. Yes.
How does that work?
Right.
They resurrected it.
No.
Was it like zombies? Was it a zombie premise? Like
I was just gonna say that would be an awesome zombie
that would.
People coming out of the ocean.
It never made it to the movie theater. It was just on DVD.
Also, James Cameron had no involvement.
No, nothing to do with it. Here, it's years later, and this new company and this young guy who's like the head of the company. builds a new Titanic called Titanic 2. It's supposed to have state of the art. It looks like the original ship, but inside it's all state of the art electronic sensors. So, like, to avoid what happened to the original Titanic. Well, it was supposed to sail the same route that the original Titanic did, and halfway through, there's an actor, I forget his name. Do you remember the new Knight Rider that they did with the Mustang? Do you remember that show?
I didn't watch it.
Okay. One of the actors, like the one actor who played like the head guy, like was also in this Titanic 2 movie, who played like a he'd go out and like he'd research like avalanche, like snow, ice. Shit, I can't think of the word.
Yeah.
Anyway, something happened where this big iceberg broke loose from the main iceberg, and just so happens it was traveling to the same spot where the Titanic 2 was coming, and it gets hit. Spoiler alert. It gets hit with this iceberg.
All hell breaks loose.
Well, you see, now if you combine that with the movie, like if you had, say, like a combined sequel, Titanic 2 and Speed 2, where they take an iceberg and they propel it, and if it falls under 60 miles an hour or something, then it blows up. So if you combine like Speed 2 and make it an iceberg, and then have Titanic 2, and then you get like 2 sequels for the price of one, and like the thing blows up anyway and sinks the ship. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna put in that it's on YouTube. It's under the free section, so you can watch this if you want. Here, let me make. Oh, tsunami! A tsunami hits, and
that'll do it.
Turns it into a giant
those
surfboard.
damn tsunamis.
Yeah. Oh.
It's called
You guys-
the Asylum.
Tsunamis. I don't want to burst any. I don't want to burst anybody's bubble here. Tsunamis don't normally occur in the North Atlantic.
Too warm.
If I'm putting it in the
That's
chat,
just an observation.
there's the link for this movie. It was the most cheesiest movie I've ever seen, like made.
Great.
There
Now
it
I
is.
have to
You guys
watch
wanna
it.
check
Yeah. Now I have to see it.
There's the link. Now they made.
You guys remember the movie Ghost?
I have to understand,
Ghost
They
Ship?
did make.
You ever see Ghost Ship?
Yes, years ago.
Yeah.
That
Now
was
they made a movie back
interesting.
in. Oh, it was. Now they did make a movie back before they realized that the Titanic actually broke in half. They made a movie called Raise the Titanic, which wasn't. I mean, it was for that time. It was not a bad movie because I watched it. That was pretty good for being what it was. But this Titanic 2, one of the most cheesiest movies I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of cheesy films. This took the cake.
Andrew, I like the Puppet Master movies.
You have to understand, Gina and I will sit and watch Bollywood films like all night.
What kind of films?
And we'll watch them in their original Hindi,
Bollywood.
and then try to figure out what they're saying,
Without subtitles.
because it's more fun that way.
Yeah.
Without subtitles, yeah. We'll just sit there and try to figure out. It's like, okay, this is an arranged marriage. He's happy and she's not. So, we'll sit there and just try to figure all these, because I have an appreciation for Indian culture. I'm very much into Indian mystics, guys like, Satguru and Jiddu Krishnamurti. I love, Indian philosophy and everything. So I'm somewhat familiar with the culture, and watching Bollywood films, it's
They
amazing.
do give you kind of clues of what they're saying. Every once in a while, they throw in an English word.
Yeah, it's like sometimes like they'll come out with a sentence that's just like pure English, like just like British English, because they used to be a British colony and everything.
Hello,
And
my name is.
they said, "Oh, would you like have a spot of tea then?" And it's like, oh, you just went from like Hindi to the King's English. I don't know.
It's funny.
Mike, are you familiar with the Agori? The Agori
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
on YouTube. I like watching these like backpackers that go to Bangladesh and India and all these countries. Just kind of eating the local food and just kind of interviewing local people and finding out more about the
Oh,
cultures and stuff.
I
And
don't know if I could deal
I've
with the
watched like
local food.
every. Oh God, yeah. I've watched like every YouTube documentary on Varanasi, like where they burn corpses on the banks of the Ganges.
Yeah, the low caste,
And
because the lowest
yeah,
caste in India are the people who handle the dead.
Mike, you got a question at you?
yeah. So there's
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
oh
Avenger.
Who likes Master of
No,
Puppets?
no.
No.
Mike, Avenger put. Mike, have you seen the Darjeeling?
Darjeeling.
Darjeeling
No, I
Limited,
no,
great
I have
movie.
not, Venture. I'm sorry.
That's a Wes Anderson movie, right? You got Adrian Brody, Owen Wilson, and Schwartzman. That's a great movie.
I'm not much for like outside of like superhero like films and stuff. I don't watch too much.
Movies.
Yeah, I don't. I used to. I mean, used to be very much into film and everything, but like in recent years, it's just I don't know who any of I'm getting old. I don't know who any of the stars are anymore. Um,
I
people
got you.
who I used to like think were like wonderful people like Mark Hamill and Robert De Niro, and turns out they're
Yeah.
just really disgusting human beings. So that kind of like it's like that. Well, thanks, Mark. That you spoiled Star Wars for me forever. And De Niro. It's like who would have thought like when the man hit his 80s that he actually would turn into Taxi Driver. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, like a lot of the films that film stars that I thought were like really cool people are just really not. And like a lot of people that's like, oh, this person's famous this week, and we're gonna give them a 10 picture deal at Columbia. Okay, I just like the people who are like the stars, so-called stars in the Marvel universe, films. They're just really disgusting people. And it's like, man, just don't share your politics. Just act. You know, I don't care what Tony Stark thinks of the Republican Party or whatever.
I do, because it's
Right.
Tony Stark.
He needs to make his money.
Yeah, they're paying.
Mike,
they're paying him tons to do it. Sorry.
With what I was pissed with what happened to, I think her name is Gina Carano. She was in The
Oh yeah,
Mandalorian,
yeah, that was horrible.
and I thought she was kick ass, man. And then they just like totally cut ties with her, and like
Killed off her character,
I
or
just
just
thought she was kick ass in that show. I thought it was awesome.
wrote off
You
her
know?
character. And that was like that and the Book of Boba Fett. They were really
Yeah.
cool series. And it's like the stuff they're putting, the wokey stuff they're putting out now. Like
Yeah.
I like the last 2 or 3 of them. I just haven't even watched them because they just look unwatchable.
I don't have Disney Plus, but yeah, I haven't
I do.
checked any of them out. Yeah.
I do, and I'm like, seriously, I'm to the point where I'm probably just going to cancel the scripts. It keeps going up, and I was enjoying it
Yeah.
for things like this, like Star Wars and Marvel Universe and the stuff they were doing, like with old Beatles footage, because I love the Beatles, and I sat and watched the entire, like, the whole Get Back thing.
Yeah.
I just, like, I just sat and
Yeah,
watched.
me too.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I was watching Doctor
It
Who
took
on there because they
it
bought
took
Doctor
several
Who,
days.
Who?
and they played like one season. And where's the
Doctor
rest
what?
of it?
Oh, I got one for Steph if she's still watching. Did she ever watch? Going back to the Trailer Park Boys. Do you know they did an short animated series? Did you guys watch the animated one?
So we we finished the Trailer Park Boys. Like, we went back, and I've restarted it like a million times, because sometimes I just want to
Right.
start at the beginning and just rewatch the whole thing. But like, every time it gets to where the cartoon starts, that I never saw the cartoon. That's where I like stopped watching.
It's
I
not
gotta
bad.
check that out.
It's not bad.
Because like in that last season, like, they turn into the cartoon characters. And that's where I
Yeah.
just kind of
It's
fell
not
off.
bad.
Yeah.
The cartoon series isn't bad. But also on YouTube, I don't know if it's on Netflix, but on YouTube, they have the Trailer Park Boys podcast series, where they do a podcast out of Ricky's trailer. Now that's classic. That's fun.
Oh yeah, I've seen that a couple times. Did anybody see the new
No, but I
Nosferatu
want
movie
to.
by chance?
If it doesn't include, I can't watch.
I heard good
Yeah.
things about
You
it.
said new. I thought you were going to
I
say
wanted
new.
to see it.
You said new. I thought you were going to say new zoo review.
Yeah, no. Nosferatu. Directed by the guy that did The Witch, The Lighthouse, The Northman.
Hmm.
Forget the guy's name, but all his
Good
movies are
question,
awesome.
Avenger.
If you could contribute a film to a franchise, what franchise would you add to? It would at least have to already have a trilogy.
So I was going to say Gremlins, but they don't have a trilogy. They only have 2.
I mean, other than
Well,
like
technically, you can make it a trilogy.
Star Wars or other than like Star
I
Wars.
mean, I still haven't seen the newest Indiana Jones movie, but
It's you know what? It's a lot of fun. I don't
yeah,
care. I don't
would-
care what anybody says about it.
uh,
I felt the same way about the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It was a lot of fun.
It's that's a good question. I don't know.
It's cool to see Harrison Ford put the fedora back on.
oh yeah.
How about the Hellraiser movies?
Oh, I forgot about those. That would be an idea. Or like, I'd say
Yeah,
Saw, but
those are
I can't
badass.
get myself to be that like.
There's way too
Bruce-
many. Hostel. Hostel is really.
Avenger, I think I have my answer. It would be the Alien franchise. And I know there's been at least one prequel with Prometheus and
That was
then
good.
Alien Covenant. Yeah, all great movies.
Interestingly enough, I
didn't see the newest one.
never liked the first movie. I thought the Ridley Scott, the original, it always
Mhm.
bored the hell out of me.
Yeah, it is kind of a slow burn. You're right. Yeah, that first one is kind of it gets a little boring.
To me, the sequels were all the better films, especially Aliens.
Yeah, Aliens is good. Alien 3 was pretty gritty.
Resurrection was probably
And
believe it or
Alien-
not, Resurrection was probably my favorite. I thought that was a great film.
Yeah, I did too. I love that one. Winona Ryder.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just Sigourney Weaver, resurrected as a clone who's has some alien DNA. And it was really cool.
Yep. Yeah, that movie kicked ass, man. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they keep carrying on the Alien movies. I just want to see more of. I just want to see more of it because it's just awesome.
Or the crossover, Alien, like which started in the
Predator?
comics. You know, Alien versus Predator.
That was a good movie.
It's just a great idea. You know, the ultimate prey. You know, never mind man. Man is like stupid and weak. You know, these things have corrosive acid as blood.
Yep.
I don't know. I like the xenomorphs. The xenomorphs are just probably like one of the coolest alien designs ever.
Yeah, agreed.
You are shocking. You're giving me electric shocks.
Is that cute? That is
That
Cupid
is my
Doopy.
Cupid Doopy.
I named her after the Cupid doll.
Ah. I'm still trying to think what. I don't know. Gremlins 3. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad if it was done right.
How about like for a Star Wars film, Darth Vader, the early years
Well, that was Anakin.
when he was first.
Like,
No, not when he's Anakin. Darth Vader, the early.
oh,
years.
after he became.
We already saw it. We already. Yeah, we never really. Other than Kenobi, that was actually a good one.
Yeah,
I
liked how they did Kenobi.
Yeah.
Phantasm is a good one too.
All right, I think one that I think would be pretty cool to redo. Well, not redo, but remember Heavy Metal, the cartoon Heavy Metal.
There was a
was
sequel
there?
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is
I did
Heavy
not know
Metal
that.
too. From what I remember, it was crappy. It was like Heavy Metal 2000, I think. That's
I
what
remember
it
the
was called.
first, like the original Heavy Metal was really good. I liked it.
It was all right. A lot of Canadians in it.
I'd also
Maybe
like
like-
to see Poltergeist. If they would go and follow the man with the hat.
Oh, he looked like a preacher guy.
Yeah.
He was.
That would be interesting.
We just lost Fred.
Bet his internet went out. Oh, here he is. He's back.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Connection
Internet?
lost.
Mike's
I'll
like,
probably shut her down anyway, guys. I think I'm gonna skedaddle. But
yeah, it's almost midnight, and I got Miss Bouncy there waiting to go out. But again, it's,
Well, after midnight, we're just going to let it all hang down. Shake a tambourine,
we're gonna shake a tambourine.
But yeah, guys, again, as always, another great show tonight. For you guys that are hanging out in the chat with us all night, thank you. Instagram, Facebook, the YouTube channels. We could not do this every week. We cannot do this each week without you guys. And I know I sound like a broken record, but thank you. Thank you to you guys for being co-hosts. I couldn't do it without you guys here either. We all make the show. It's a new beginning. We're moving forward. And until next week, guys, be blessed and stay safe.
Good night.
Good night.
Later.